You might think sitting right by the airport gate is the smartest way to wait for your flight. It seems convenient, right? You get the best seat, you're close to the boarding door, and you think you won't miss a thing. But honestly, it's often the worst spot you can choose. Trust me, after countless trips, watching travelers around me, and even some close calls, I've seen firsthand how staying glued to the gate can lead to missed announcements, uncomfortable waits, and even missed flights. It sounds strange, but those gate seats aren't as perfect as they seem. In this video, Altitude Hacks is going to share 13 real reasons why you should avoid camping out at the gate, plus what you should do instead to make your airport time way more comfortable and stress-free. If you want to save time, energy, and your sanity, keep watching. 1. The gate area gets overcrowded fast. One of the biggest issues with sitting by the gate is how quickly it fills up. Especially in busy airports or during peak travel times, that waiting area becomes a sea of people fighting for limited seats. You'll often see dozens of passengers squeezed into a small section, jockeying for position. The problem isn't just lack of space, it's that close proximity to so many strangers makes it hard to relax or even think clearly. You don't get much personal space, and it can feel overwhelming. People are constantly coming and going, trying to find seats, and the noise adds to the chaos. Plus, if you're carrying a lot of hand luggage, it can be tricky to keep everything organized in such a cramped spot. So sitting at the gate might feel convenient, but the reality is that it quickly turns into a crowded, stressful experience. 2. It's easy to miss boarding announcements. You might think sitting right next to the gate means you'll catch every single boarding announcement, but ironically, that's not always the case. The noise pollution and distractions can make it surprisingly easy to miss critical updates. Airlines sometimes change boarding groups or gates last minute without much warning. If you're too comfortable, distracted by your phone or conversation, or even dozing off, you might not hear these changes until it's almost too late. I've seen travelers miss flights because they didn't realize the gate switch or their boarding group was called earlier. Trust me, just being physically close does not guarantee you're in the loop. It's important to stay alert and check flight information screens regularly. 3. Pickpockets love crowded gate areas. Busy gate areas aren't just crowded, they're also targets for pickpockets. When people sit close together, focused on phones, snacks, or boarding passes, it creates the perfect opportunity for thieves. Pickpockets often work in teams and blend into crowds easily. If you're not paying attention, you might lose your wallet, passport, or other valuables without even realizing it. Airports are supposed to be safe, but incidents of theft do happen, especially in busy waiting areas. Staying glued to the gate for hours, especially with distractions, increases your risk. Keeping your belongings secure and staying aware is crucial, but the best prevention is to avoid sitting where pickpockets thrive. 4. Gate seats are often uncomfortable. Another practical problem with gate seating is comfort, or rather, the lack of it. Most airport gate seats are designed to be durable and easy to clean, not cozy. You'll find hard plastic or metal benches, often without armrests or padding, making long waits physically taxing. If your flight is delayed or you're waiting hours, your back will start to ache, your legs may get numb, and it can become downright painful. Some airports have improved their seating, but many still offer just basic benches with minimal ergonomic design. If you care about your physical comfort, and who does not, sitting by the gate for long stretches is a recipe for discomfort and restlessness. 5. You miss out on lounge perks. If you have lounge access, whether through credit cards, airline status, or business class tickets, sitting at the gate means missing out on some of the best airport perks. Lounges offer free snacks, drinks, Wi-Fi, charging stations, comfortable seats, and a quieter environment. Instead of the chaotic, crowded gate area, lounges provide a relaxing oasis to recharge your body and devices. Spending your wait time there can turn hours of boredom into a pleasant, productive experience. Even if you don't have access, many airports offer pay-per-use lounges or nearby coffee shops that are far more comfortable than the gate area. Don't waste this privilege by camping at the gate too early. 6. Sitting at the gate means boarding delays. It might seem counterintuitive, but sitting at the gate too early can actually slow down the boarding process. When everyone crowds the gate before their boarding group is called, it creates congestion and confusion. Flight attendants and gate agents often struggle to manage the crowd and keep things orderly. This congestion makes it difficult for people to move efficiently when it's time to board, which can lead to delays. Boarding is smoother when passengers wait patiently in other areas and only approach the gate when their group is called. So by resisting the urge to camp at the gate, you're actually helping the airline keep things on schedule and speeding up your own boarding. 7. Gate changes can force you to run. Airlines sometimes change gates at the last minute, especially in large or busy airports where flights are shuffled around to accommodate traffic. If you're settled comfortably at one gate, these changes can come as a shock. You may have to scramble across terminals or run through crowded corridors to catch your new gate on time. This is stressful, physically exhausting, and often avoidable. Staying too close and getting too comfortable at the wrong gate can turn your wait into a stressful dash. Staying flexible, informed, and not too attached to any one spot helps you avoid these last-minute sprints. 8. You're less likely to take care of last-minute tasks. When you're glued to your gate seat, it's tempting to think you're being productive or efficient. But in reality, it often leads to procrastination. People sitting by the gate tend to skip quick bathroom breaks, delay grabbing snacks, or forget to charge devices because they don't want to leave their spot. This means that when boarding starts, they suddenly realize they need a restroom or food and have to rush awkwardly or wait in lines. It's much smarter to use your waiting time away from the gate to get these tasks done calmly and comfortably. That way, when it's time to board, you're ready and relaxed. 9. Lighting and temperature at gates aren't ideal. Airport gate areas often have harsh, fluorescent lighting that can strain your eyes, especially if you're trying to read or work on a screen. The temperature can also be inconsistent, sometimes too cold or too warm, depending on the airport's HVAC settings and how many people are crammed inside. Sitting there for hours under fluorescent lights and poor temperature control can cause headaches, discomfort, and fatigue. Finding a spot with better lighting and climate control, like lounges or quieter seating zones, makes your wait far more pleasant. 10. Food and drink options are usually far away. It's tempting to think you can just sit tight at the gate and grab food later, but most airport restaurants and coffee shops aren't located right next to gates. Sitting in that area means you might skip meals or snacks because you don't want to leave your spot and risk losing it. This can leave you hungry, thirsty, or stuck with overpriced gate snacks when you finally board. It's better to explore nearby food options before settling down near the gate, so you're properly fueled and hydrated for your flight. 11. You miss out on duty-free shopping or last-minute buys. Airport shopping can be fun and practical. Duty-free shops offer great deals on gifts, souvenirs, and travel essentials. When you camp at the gate, you're less likely to browse or take advantage of last-minute shopping opportunities. You might miss out on perfect gifts for loved ones or even important travel items you forgot to pack. Taking time to explore the terminal shops before approaching your gate helps you make the most of your travel experience and maybe save some money too. 12. Gate areas are congested and chaotic. Gate areas are often the epicenter of boarding chaos. People pushing past each other, trying to get ahead in line, and large groups standing around create congestion that can be stressful to navigate. This constant flow of people can lead to frustration, arguments, and just general exhaustion. If you prefer a calm, orderly environment, the gate is probably the worst place to be waiting early. Finding a quieter, less crowded spot in the terminal will help you stay relaxed and positive. 13. The smart move. Wait elsewhere and approach the gate at the right time. So what's the best strategy? Instead of settling at the gate early, use your waiting time somewhere more comfortable. Lounges, coffee shops, quiet seating areas, or even airport parks are better options. These places often have comfortable seating, good lighting, power outlets, food, and less noise. Keep an eye on your boarding time and flight information screens. When your boarding group is called, usually 10 to 15 minutes before, it's time to make your way to the gate. This approach lets you avoid crowds, stay comfortable, and reduces the chance of missing announcements or gate changes. It's the smart, stress-free way to travel. There you have it, the real reasons why sitting at the airport gate is usually a mistake, and what you can do instead to make your travel experience smoother and less stressful. Next time you fly, try stepping away from the gate, find a comfortable spot with a power outlet and good food, and approach boarding at the perfect time. Your back, your sanity, and your flight schedule will thank you. If you learned something new, please like this video, subscribe to Altitude Hacks for more honest travel advice, and hit that notification bell so you'd never miss out. Safe travels, and see you on the next flight.